Self-care is becoming highly aestheticized. It's becoming more of a trend than taking care of yourself. Self-care has been getting a lot of attention lately, and rightfully so. More people are talking about burnout, stress management, and the importance of mental health, which I'm all for. But with all of this attention, self-care is becoming highly aestheticized, where people are being encouraged to spend a lot of money on a lot of things that you don't really need for self-care. If you scroll through social media, you'll find endless lists of self-care ideas, most of which focus on Instagram-worthy activities like lighting expensive candles, or a luxurious skincare routine, or creating a Pinterest-perfect morning routine. I feel somewhere along the way, the essence of self-care got lost in its aesthetic appeal. It became more about how picture-perfect your routine is rather than how effective it is for your well-being. And while I am a scented candle enthusiast, let's be real. True self-care can be messy, unfiltered, and sometimes even boring. And that's okay. Hi, I'm Kuhu, part psychology nerd, part art and pop culture enthusiast, and your buddy in figuring out the art of living your best life. Here, we decode why your brain does what it does and how you can use that knowledge to level up your goals, routines, and mindset. Because mental health isn't about just getting by, it's about creating a life that feels like you. Today, let's talk about self-care habits that truly matter. They might not look aesthetic and might not be Instagram worthy, but they are definitely worth your time. A healthy sleep-wake cycle. Let's get one thing straight. Sleep is non-negotiable. When you're sleep deprived, your brain functions similar to when you're drunk. That says a lot about how crucial sleep is for mental clarity, productivity, and emotion regulation. But you don't need essential oils or fancy scented candles to improve your sleep. If that's something you like, that's great, go ahead. But remember to use these tools in moderation. Instead, here are some easy ways to improve your sleep quality and your sleep schedule. One is to set a fixed bedtime routine and also a fixed wake up time, even on weekends, to be honest. Sleeping in a little on the weekends is okay, but not a lot and not too often. A fluctuating sleep schedule messes with your circadian rhythm. If you would like to know more about sleep and sleep schedules, let me know in the comments. Second is to reduce blue light exposure. I've talked about this before, but at night you could try switching your phone, your laptops to yellow light filters. And instead of spending on expensive candles, you could think about investing in lights that you can dim down at night, or lights that you can change colors for. So at night you could switch to yellow light. If it's not possible, you could also simply choose which lights to leave on and some lights to switch off around your bedtime. So you could leave maybe one or two lights around your kitchen or somewhere on, and you could switch off all the other lights at home. So this prepares you to go to bed. Third thing is to limit your notifications or just your phone or electronic use at night as much as possible. So this is again something I've covered in a previous video, but you could either mute your phone or you could turn on do not disturb mode at night. Or what I like to do is create a custom focus mode where you decide who can contact you in what hours. So if you have a sleep focus mode, you decide who can contact you, what apps can send you notifications, so you don't have to worry about missing something important at night. At the same time, you don't have to leave on all the notifications. And the most important thing in a night routine, which I'm sure you've heard of plenty, is getting 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep. Your brain and skin will thank you. Now that we have our night routine sorted, let's talk about our mornings. Your morning routine doesn't have to look like an aesthetic vlog with oat milk lattes and sunrise yoga. Let's simplify it. 1. Wake up at a consistent time. Bonus if you wake up without being startled. So instead of those loud alarms we usually have, switch to an alarm that maybe increases the volume gradually so you wake up more peacefully rather than jumping out the bed. 2 is to get sunlight. You could sit near your window for 5-10 minutes, or you could go for a small walk. This helps you regulate your circadian rhythm, and it also helps you feel awake without needing to drink coffee. Third is to drink a glass of water as soon as you wake up. Our brains work even at night, even when we're sleeping. So hydration is key even for your brain. So maybe try keeping a glass or a bottle of water beside your bed at night and drink a glass as soon as you wake up. Next is to try to avoid drinking coffee for at least an hour after waking up. I know, but let's at least give it a try. If you want to know more about what coffee does to your brain when you have it as soon as you wake up in the morning, check out this video. I'll have it somewhere here. Next is to move your body, maybe light yoga or just a light workout or even going for a walk. And sixth, don't skip out on breakfast. Have a nutritious breakfast in the morning. I'm not the best at having breakfast either, but this year I'm trying to make it a point to have breakfast every single day or at least as many days as possible, but try to make it a priority because just like our brain and body needs hydration when we wake up, it needs food as well. Not having breakfast might just be affecting your ability to focus and concentrate because our brains use energy at night. We need to fuel them up again with food when we wake up. Remember, your morning sets the tone for the rest of your day. It can affect your focus, your concentration, your productivity, decision making, even your resilience throughout the day. So take out a little time to ensure your morning routine is peaceful. Another self care habit that I feel gets highly aestheticized is journaling. You don't need a fancy bullet journal or any fancy stationery to start journaling. What actually matters is the habit itself. Here are some quick journaling prompts to get you started in the day. These are what I like to use every morning as well. So this is the order I write them in, but you can feel free to change the order as you'd like or add or remove things. What I start off with are three things that I'm grateful for today, then three things I am looking forward to today. Then I'll write my to do list and I'll try to prioritize three tasks that I want to get done today. I have to ensure I get these done. And the last thing I'll write are 2 to 3 affirmations to just give me that little confidence and boost to get through the day. You could try using these, or if you have any other prompts that you think work for you and you prefer using, journaling can be a powerful tool. And you do not need to get caught up in the aesthetics and the perfect stationery. Just grab a pen, grab a notebook, and write away. Next is having a hobby without thinking of monetizing it. I often see a lot of people looking at every little opportunity to learn something new as a skill that they can monetize. I've also been guilty of this before. But sometimes it's necessary to have a hobby that you're not thinking of monetizing. These hobbies are just to relax and wind down. This could be as simple as watching a Netflix show or watching movies, reading, without the guilt of not reading about self improvement. Reading doesn't always have to be about self improvement or getting something out of it. You could read just for fun. You could doodle, you could paint, you could build Legos, anything. But something that you're not trying to monetize. It simply helps you wind down and helps you feel relaxed at the end of the day. And finally, setting boundaries, even with yourself. A lot of people are talking about setting boundaries, but I feel like it's still the most underrated self care habit. And setting boundaries doesn't mean you have to cut off people. In fact, I believe setting boundaries starts with setting boundaries for yourself. If you want people to respect your boundaries, you need to respect your boundaries first. Ask yourself what drains your energy the most. Where am I overcommitting? What habits or behaviors make me feel exhausted? Or what's a habit I wish I could change or a habit I wish I could start inculcating in my routine? Once you recognize these, you can start setting intentional boundaries, whether it's limiting screen time, saying no to extra work, or making time for actual rest. But remember, whatever big or small the boundary is, you need to respect your boundaries first. Only then would anyone else respect them. If you're often breaking your own boundaries for someone, people are likely to not take it seriously. Remember, at the end of the day, self care is deeply personal. It's not about how it looks or how aesthetic it is, it's about how it supports your well being. So, release the pressure of having your self care habits in your routines to be social media worthy or to be aesthetic. They can be a bit messy, they can look lazy, it could be simply that you need to get enough sleep. But focus on building habits that serve you, habits that genuinely improve your mental, physical, and emotional health. Now, I want to hear from you. What's one unaesthetic self-care habit that you absolutely love? And if you enjoyed this video or found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more such videos. And let me know what topic you'd like me to cover next. And I hope you have an amazing day ahead. I'll see you in the next video.